Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise and today I'm going to read on Stephen Mnuchin. Every time I say his name or think of him, I always think of Stephen Colbert's well, I think he did it with Mnuchin, but I think he also did it with, he does it with Eric Trump a lot, you know, where he does the, like the Jim Carrey, like roll the lip up into your, you know, and you're like, huh. Anyway, I don't know if he's done Mnuchin actually, but I always think of Stephen Colbert when I think of, I think of his imitation of Eric Trump, and it might be Mnuchin too. But anyway. And it's probably because Stephen Mnuchin had just squirmed and did all types of like weird body tics. He did this like weird with his face. He just, I don't know how scary that looked that I just did that in camera. But anyway, he really had a hard time in his confirmation hearing way back when, you know, like 2017, I think. So, of course, he had 4 years as Trump's, Treasury Secretary. So I want to check into his karma. I also want to check into his future, how that's going to go. I wonder if he'll be, if there are any charges coming down the line for him, because, we could be surprised any day. So anyway, let me drop the camera down. I'll get started. Okay. Okay, the cards are all shuffled. Let's see what comes through for Steve Mnuchin's karma. I call him that because he only likes to be called Steven. So I'm going to call him Steve. Like there's anything wrong with either name. I don't know what's wrong with him, but okay, so the forces currently going on in his life. I think he's trying to reinvent himself. This is, well, yeah, he knows how to manifest. That's about all I can say. He has willpower, but does he use it for good? That's the question, right? Okay, his biggest challenge currently, he's in some struggles. Competition, because that's what he believes in, and that's, he thinks he needs to be on top with all the money and all the power. So the karma he brought in this lifetime, what did he bring in to heal? Yeah, finding his inner strength. And he has karma with his family, and probably the family, grandparents as well. That's interesting. It's like multi-generational wealth. So he has karma with that. Okay. Because you know him, it's all about the money. How well has he done healing his karma? No, he's still just focused on the money. This is a sign of a young soul to me when I do karmic readings. He's doing okay though with joining forces. But these are relationships based in money. Okay, the karma that's hanging over him, this would be currently, I'm reading this on April 15th, 2021. Okay, Six of Swords and the Fool. So he's still trying to get to a calmer place, but this card can be relief and it can be healing. I think this is all based on what he's trying to break away from. With the Fool, I think he's trying to break away from what has happened to him, his soul, and him, his life, himself, on all levels. after being in the Trump administration. Because of course Stephen Mnuchin doesn't, or Steve, doesn't do anything unless it behooves him and his, pocket. Okay, so I'll do 4 cards for his future, and I'll just let them tell me whether it's personal, professional. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Interesting. You know what? I think I need to move these over a little bit. I also think I need this lamp on over here. Hold on. Let's see if that helps. Oh yeah, that's better. Okay, so I'm trying to see, am I missing anything here? Let me just go. Let me go over it quickly again. So with the magician, like I said, he's in his leadership, he's developing something. That's what it is. He's developing something, but is it going to do anyone any good? Because this card is conflicts and big challenges and competition, but also, the ego clashes that happen when people want to be on top. He wants to be the winner. That's his challenge. That's his biggest challenge. And then, of course, that past life karma with strength reversed. He's unconscious, and he has, I think he's pretty undisciplined. I think he's come from family money. And so he's never, I don't know that he's ever had to really make an honest living. I don't think he's made an honest living in his entire life. Integrity issues are what's there. And he has karma with all of his family. I know nothing about his family. But he has major karma with all of them. And he hasn't been working on it. At least in the last lifetime, he wasn't working on it. He was like sucking off of them. So he's come in this lifetime feeling like he can just kind of rest on his laurels and he doesn't have to really do any hard work, and he just keeps going for the money. And then with this strength card reversed, yeah, he's in fear because he doesn't have his own. When you have earned your own living, you have a lot of self-confidence. And people can't take that away from you. You can lose your job, you can lose your business, you can lose millions, you can lose all kinds of things. And you know that you can recreate it again because you've done it before. He doesn't have that. He's come in with this inner weakness and being, I would say, pretty undisciplined, because this card's ruled by Saturn. And I think he's got a heart problem too. He may have a heart problem. I know he's got a crazy ass twitch that I've witnessed, bigger than I've ever seen. I guess before he got on the right meds, or maybe it was just because he was under so much stress at his confirmation hearing, where they were questioning him. I mean, man, he was just going all over the place. I haven't seen it since though. But of course, he was the Treasury. He was the treasurer for the Trump administration. So there, he's got that affinity for wealth. He's got that under him. But can he make it on his own is the issue. Now, in this lifetime, how he's doing healing it, I don't know that he's doing well, because with the Page of Pentacles, like I was saying, it feels to me like a young soul. He's definitely ambitious, and he does like have the goal, but I think it's mostly just for money. And then the relationships that he can get, he thinks he needs money in order to have the love. So I don't think he's doing too well. This doesn't look to me like progress. It just looks to me like he's better, well, he's good at relating in some way because, he's always been dependent on his family. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so, and then with the Six of Swords and the Fool hanging over him, this could have something to do with immigration even. I wonder if he had a piece in the, I mean, of course he'll get money any way he can. He's definitely guilty of kicking people out of their homes after the recession it started in 2008, and he started that bank. Was it called Ally or something like that? He was nobody's ally, whatever. He kicked people out of their homes, because suddenly their homes were worthless, and he put old people, like out of their homes. He put the elderly out of their homes, and he stole homes, I believe. So there's karma with immigration. There's karma with getting people to a more peaceful place. There's karma with relocating and providing relief. And I don't know if he's going to be moving on because with the Fool here, this is just him willing to take chances and be risky and take every opportunity he can. I'm not feeling like it's the normal like freedom that can come with this card. I feel like he's just foolish. Really foolish, for money. And that's what he's working on. For all I know, he's got his hands in some, or his fingers in some pie that has to do with, the border camps and the money that was made, with John Kelly and all those other guys that I think it was $725 a day they were charging for every person at the border camps, actually. Texas and where else? Arizona, New Mexico, all across, wherever the border camps were. And then the whole, like hotel situation, like taking them away to a hotel. There was just a lot. And he is really foolish and risky about that, and he didn't care. Just like he didn't care when he kicked people out of their homes before, because he does it all for money. These people are they're just stupid. They think that this is their only lifetime. They're stupid. They don't believe in, they're going to have it come back to them right here and now in this lifetime before they understand what karma's all about. And it's never that simple either. It's not usually just you do one thing and this comes right back. But of course, the more evolved you are, the quicker it does come through, and you do understand. These guys, it takes them a long time to get anywhere. His future is he's going to be giving to get, as always. And he still has this inner emptiness that I think will always be there until he heals, which who knows how many lifetimes that may take. So it feels like he's giving to get. I don't know that this means that he's like really sharing, because with the world reversed, this is, just major disharmony in his soul. It could have to do with him sharing resources, though, with foreign people. Like, remember, I remember the video I did on his relationship with MBS. This would be, in his future, he's going to keep giving something to MBS. And it's going to be a very bad investment. But he does, in his future, he is opening up to something greater than himself, which is the MBS. And then here with this Seven of Pentacles reversed, again, it's just like, I think a mismanagement of his resources, and I think he's just kind of lazy. You know, I feel like lazy here, and there's lazy here. He'll open up to somebody else, another relationship, to again, to help him. He's just used to going to people with money and asking for what he wants. That's what's happened here in this lifetime. Yeah, man. It's like, what is it going to take for him to... Let me reshuffle. I want to ask a little bit further. Let's see if we can get a little bit more with the tarot. What's it going to take for him to grow? And is he going to even accomplish anything like that? Yeah, in this lifetime, right? Yeah. Okay, so here, I'm sorry, you can't see this way. He's major self-doubt, doesn't connect with his higher self. He needs to go through going into debt, being rejected, being cut out, pushed away, and he needs to be completely exhausted and manipulated by somebody who's a little smarter than him. Because of that, you know, with those other cards, that dependency on the family money. And he is struggling. Remember, he is struggling with it. Yeah, and his own inner weakness. With a High Priestess reversed, I think he has to be betrayed. You know, within the hidden agenda that he has going on to get the, you know, to always have the money. I think he has to be betrayed and like shoved out in the cold. You know, like we don't want to have anything to do with you anymore. And then from there, he might drop into the level of exhaustion he has in his body by just trying to hold up this front and be somebody that he's not. This is also can be a card of major disaster. The Nine of Wands reversed can be a major disaster, you know, where you don't have any fight left. And the King of Cups reversed, this is somebody who's abusive and, you know, very unreliable and manipulative. So this could be MBS. Wow. You know, manipulate to get him to give what he wants, to, you know, get what he wants, but then doesn't reciprocate. And maybe even takes him away from his family, you know, because that's what MBS does. He holds people hostage and then gets them to sign over everything they own. Wow. So I don't know if this is coming in this lifetime for him. I think the only way I could get to that, and I'll have to drop the camera down and use Kipper and see what exactly, you know, and who knows how many years, but the cards will tell that way. I can get timing with it. So give me a moment and I'll get that ready. Okay, let's look at his future. Whoa. Whoa. Now that's surprising. Ooh, I had no idea he could be in legal trouble. That's interesting. Okay. I'd have to draw a few more cards, but The only timing I'm seeing is on something that could be happening soon. So we have the mature woman. That would most likely be his mother. Journey, imprisonment, family room, court. Message, which could be any type of communication, but it could also be a court document. Mature man, which is his father, or somebody. These people are wealthy and wise, and they help, and they're supportive. It could be mother and father, most likely. Could be anyone else, too. Okay, and then we also have, so for our theme here, we have imprisonment, and courtship is really, it's just somebody getting together with someone else, but like teamwork and negotiating. He could be negotiating a prison sentence based on some documents that come out, and somebody that he's been connected to interesting. Connected to in the courts. This card's all about, somebody pressing charges on him, and this would be somebody, charges being pressed on him from somebody in his close, intimate circle. And as far as timing goes, it can be, if you're looking for timing, it can be within 24 hours to a month, within 1 day to 1 month. It's also on a soul level. It's like your inner reality, your inner, like all your most interior inner landscape. If it's not that he's going to be locked up or do some not incarcerated, it could be that he's really stuck in his own self-created prison. But this community card, and it knights over to the journey card, which has to do with movement. Oh, this is really interesting. This card can sometimes just be like leaving something behind. It can sometimes be like the journey of the soul as well. But it's headed towards some communications with these two people, which could be his parents or some other wealthy people that he runs to for support. And there's the teamwork. So maybe something's going to come out if he has charges pressed against him in the future. These people would be implicated, but I don't know who these people are. We're going to have to wait and see, or maybe you guys know. I think I need a few more cards. Let's see. Because with that courthouse there, mature woman, she could have charges going against her as well. Because these cards bookend each other. And it could, you know what this could be? This could be like house arrest. You don't get to go anywhere, but you're under some type of an arrest. And then with this court card, this has to do with like all, public, institutions where, this could be like the IRS, the Treasury, because maybe he's Maybe he misappropriated some funds out of the Treasury. Because this card can be like some discovery. It's definitely a court hearing or a judicial process. And with the Lovers, it would be that there's documents that involved other people who were successful in their, you know, getting money. And they could all get locked up. Wow. Let me see what else I can pull out of here. You know, because in the perfect world, I would have a tripod that was like, could go up to like 8 feet, and then I could have it way up and do a grand tableau on him to see. And you know, then you look for him and you see what's around him, and you look for like the prism card, like what's around that. But here I'm kind of limited because these cards are small and you can't see them. If I were to put everything up high, you wouldn't be able to see. You'd have to just, you know, listen to me, and there's not really the interaction you'd probably like. Yeah, he's worried about he knows he did something. Oh, and this could be a sister or a younger relative. And this is his home and his family, his security, you know, like his family fortune type of thing. And there's change coming through. And there's a painful ending. This card, the Coffin card, is loss. Wow. In other Kipper decks, it's called fatality. It's, you know, endings and loss, and you're saying goodbye to something, and this change brings in the loss. Okay, so and the house. Okay, so he could lose his house. So he's worried. This court proceeding, when it comes down, he's going to be really, really worried and obsessing over some younger person, maybe that has information or turns him in, this younger wealthy person, and in his losing his home, and then, yeah, the loss. Here's the loss, is from the home. That's the change. Okay, well, I think that's about it. Yeah, it's been money that's come in, and then from these people, younger people, and then there's this, probably somebody that his wife knew. And yeah, it's official. The rules and regulations that he, what's the word? He betrayed. Because this person here, he was the one that had charge over the Treasury. He did something in the Treasury. And he's responsible for that. And that's what's going to come out someday. Wow, I had no idea. I thought I was just looking at his negative karma, but of course, it, always comes back around, right? Everything comes back around. So yeah, it's official. Something will be ending for him and his wife. This is his wife here. And I don't think the parents are going to be able to get him out of it. Because you don't get to break those kind of rules and get away with it. I wonder if he's depleted the Treasury somehow. Wow. Hold on. I have a yes or no Lenormand deck. I pulled out all the yes and no cards and got rid of put the neutral ones aside. Let's just see. Has he stolen money? Has he stolen money from the Treasury? Or is this something else? Let's see, has he stolen money from the Treasury? Yes. He has gifted himself out of the Treasury. Wow. And I'm wondering if it might be that MBS is a little involved in that, or that could be a completely separate issue. But anyway, that's all I've got for Steve. Oh, may he twitch on, I suppose, and receive his karma. So I'm gonna stop and get this uploaded. Okay, thanks you guys. Bye.